music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love,
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is our review for Teen Mom, Young and Pregnant. This is season 1, episode 3. Yes, I'm in my comfy shirt because it's after midnight. I'm tired. I'm honestly ready to go to bed, but I gotta get y'all these reviews so y'all know comfy shirt time. Today's lipstick. This is Marc Jacobs. It is. Oh, I hate when people do that. But yes, Marc Jacobs. I got this for Christmas. This color is called Current Mood, and I like it. So yeah, Marc Jacobs lipstick. So that is today, and I don't know where it came from because it was a Christmas gift. But I'm going to assume it came from Sephora. It was either from Sephora, or Neiman Marcus. One of the two, because my mom got it for me. My mom got me a whole bunch of lipsticks for Christmas. And it was for my channel because, as y'all know, that's when I wear the majority of my lipsticks. So, yeah. Anywho, so tonight's episode of Young and Pregnant, I really like this show. I honestly do. It is just as entertaining as the other Teen Mom shows, and it's only episode 3. It's really good. So we're gonna start with. I'll start from the beginning. Ashley and Bar. So we see the baby shower is completely ruined. Like everything is gone. The mama gone. Bar pissed off. Ashley somewhere crying. Her mama in the thing. She crying. Oh my God, I just can't believe it. Because they all feel like the baby shower was ruined. And we see Ashley and Bar having a conversation. And my hair looks so messy, y'all, because I was laying down a little bit taking notes and stuff. So don't judge my hair. You know, it is what it is. But we see Ashley talking to Bar. And she feel like the baby shower went downhill when she say Bar mama called her a bitch. I don't recall exactly when she called her a bitch. I do know that it was a lot of things being exchanged between Mom and Ashley. I do know there was tension between Mom and Ashley. I know some people said last week that she lied and said his mama called her a bitch, and she really didn't. I ain't want to go back and look, but I think the thing is they don't like each other at all. Ashley don't like his mama don't like her, and that's the worst person to date, is when their parents don't get along. Bitch, I could look. Luckily, any guy I have dated, his mother has always loved me, okay? Like, always loved me. And I think I make it a point to make sure the moms like me, because if your mama don't like you, she gonna ruin your goddamn relationship. And it's gonna consistently be an argument, especially if he has a good relationship with his mom. So I'm like, I don't know how they're gonna make it through. So, she's saying how, he could have shut her down with her antics, saying how she was over there saying little smart stuff. I mean, his mama did come in, on Team Petty. And I think what he could have done, not maybe shut her ass down, but said, Ma, look, just, calm down, don't act crazy. Just be here for me. Like, don't make this about you. Don't make this about Ashley. Just be here for me, be my mama, and just calm the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Just calm down, mama. And maybe if he could have said that, and he would have said, don't make this about anybody else. Just be here so that you can say that you were here for me. She could have, sat around some time, but that ain't happened. And, they feel like the situation is tearing the family apart. Well, it is, because the family beefing at the goddamn baby shower. And who argues and fights at a goddamn baby shower? They didn't open no gifts. Ain't nobody getting no cake. Wasn't no goddamn fruit punch. I mean, what was the games? It was just so much going on. And we then see how Bar says, well, y'all just can't be around each other. Like, I see that's what it is. Y'all just can't be, in the same area, and it is what it is. And she's like, well, that's fine with me, because I don't want to be around her, no way, and neither does my family. And I think that's not a logical Solution, I think that's like putting a band-aid over a leaky faucet. Like, it'll work for like a minute, but eventually that whole band-aid gonna fall off, and it's gonna be a whole goddamn waterfall of water coming down, and that's gonna happen with them. We do see him FaceTime his mom, and he's talking to her, whatever, and she's saying how everybody was pushing my buttons, and I came in and she was rolling her eyes at me, and they didn't even say your name. They called you her significant other, and she didn't want to take a picture with me. But again, she kept making things about her, how she felt. And my thing is, you wasn't there to be comfortable, mama. And I know that sounds harsh, but when you and the pregnant woman have issues, you need to check your feelings at the door and say, you know what, I'm gonna come in and just chill out and be for my son, and that's it. And then after the shower, say all the petty shit you want to say, but don't ruin the moment. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes as adults, we have to learn to bite our tongues. Like when you at work, you can't cuss every bitch out that piss you off. If I could cuss every bitch out that pissed me off at work, I would be fired. Okay, but I don't. I just look like they're crazy. And I keep it moving. Like, I'm not going to argue with you, and it's dumb. You know what I'm saying? So I think his mom need to realize you can't just be arguing, fussing, and fighting with anybody who pissed you off, and she don't get that yet. He was saying how, I went to bat to even have you there. Like, I promised that you would be chilling, and you wasn't. You came in on some petty ass bullshit on your petty steeds, and you caused a whole ruckus. You know what I'm saying? Because you Queen Petty. His mama is Queen Petty. I mean, his mama looked like all her boyfriends was black. Okay, and all her neighborhood that she grew up in was some brown skin people around there. I mean, she is very hood. She's very hood. Okay, like in my old neighborhood, we had a girl. It was funny. I had white neighbors when I was growing up. Even in the hood, you know what I'm saying? We weren't in the hood because I'm on the projects. But anyway, we had white Crystal and we had black Crystal. It was one white girl named Crystal and one black girl named Crystal. And white girl Crystal, because she hung out with all black people, she was different than her other white family members who weren't around us that much, and the other white people at school, because she was just she had a little bit more flavor because of who she hung out with. You can tell Bar Mama been hanging out with some, you know what I'm saying, some of my people, and she picked up some of the worst traits that are associated with being black or being a white girl who acting black. And I'm gonna say that's what it was, because that's what it seems like. And not that I think she's acting, but I think the way she is what you think of when you see a white girl who was around black people. Oh, she gonna be ghetto and hood and petty and not be, you know what I'm saying, nice and just have a little bit of flavor. She got too much goddamn on flavor, honey. She got too much sauce, and it ain't a good thing. Okay, let's just say that. So she was asking, like, he said, y'all have to find like a common ground, because you can't just keep beefing or whatever. And she's like, so you saying I can't come to the hospital when the baby born? And he was like, well, no, you'll see the baby, but it's a little sick, and I think it's like flavored beer. Let me see, what does it say? He has his favorite flavored beer. So, but I'm trying to be nice, and I have water because my mouth keeps getting dry. Anywho, she was asking, will I not be able to come to the hospital to see the baby? And he like, well, no, you will see the baby, but you and Ashley just can't cross paths. Now, we do see Ashley and Barley like go out on like a little date, and they're talking, and they're saying how they have been better since the baby shower, mainly because him and his mama kind of beefed out, and he not really seeing her as mama. I got my fan on because it's like 60 degrees outside, and it's just a little bit warm in here today. But he's saying, yeah, we're better off. But he's like, but I'm kind of beefed out with my mom. And he was saying to her, like, okay, my mom won't be, I don't see her coming to, functions in the near future. Trying to make it seem as if we gonna keep our distance from her, and she know it. So, like, see that flavored ass beer. She won't be at the birth. She won't be this. She won't be at that. And she like, are you sure? Because you said the same thing about the baby shower. She said you were saying it before the baby shower that she wasn't coming, and then like a day before, you changed your whole mind, and then she came. well, no, I mean it this time, and I really, it ain't, ain't lying. You can tell he lying. Because when she said, let's shake on it, he wouldn't shake. Because his ass is lying. And, he's very much so a mama's boy. So that was their whole story. Kayla and Stefan. Stefan's still cheating. Let's make that clear. And Kayla's still stupid. And let's make that clear. But Kayla's young. And she is young enough to be stupid enough to think that she has to accept his cheating in order to have a happy family. But, as y'all know, because I did my little story towns or whatever, everybody had their young and stupid moments. But the thing about it is, when you older and you can recall being young and dumb, you want to advise people, like, don't do what I did. Like, don't waste 5, 6, 7, 8 years of your life on a nobody who ain't really gonna be there for you at the end of the day when you a whole different, better person. But she don't get that yet. What I can say is she has some really good friends around her, because when she hanging out with her friends and she was saying how, well, yeah, me and him trying to hang out together so that we can be civil, so that when the baby come, we can kind of, hang around each other or whatever. And her friends, like call her on her bullshit. So, like, you come to us and complain, oh, he make me so mad. Oh, I'm so upset. But then when he come around, you don't complain. You just get real quiet and don't say anything. And they was like, why don't you speak up when he around? And she said, well, because I don't really want to be arguing with him, because, it's dumb to argue with him because he ain't going to change, ain't going to fix anything. And they was like, well, no, don't argue with him, but just stand up for yourself. And it's a difference. It is a complete difference when somebody do something wrong to you, to let them know what they did wrong and just to stand up for your own well-being, versus let me argue with you and see who right or who wrong. And that ain't what but I like how her friends, like, and it don't seem messy. It seemed like they giving her logical ass responses to dumb stuff she's doing. And when they say stuff, it do make her think for a quick second, like, wait, why do I do this? Why don't, I think that's cool. We do see them hanging out, her and Stefan. Now, they had like an arcade, and oh yeah, it's really fun for us to hang out. And then they go get in the car, and she's like, it's really weird for us to be hanging out, but I want us to be able to be civil, so that when the baby's born, we can, have events and stuff, and not have to have separate events. You don't want to have separate birthday parties, separate this and separate that. And she said, but I think we need to come up with guidelines so that when we're around each other, we won't be like snuggling. I mean, my thing is, I don't even want to snuggle with a man who keep cheating on me, who keep cheating. Oh my God, with being so young and dumb. I do not miss them days. I just do not miss them days. And it's so hard to see someone else go through it. And then when he say, I don't think we need guidelines, and I'm like, oh, don't do it. Don't say it. Just don't do it. He told her, I don't think I can leave you alone because I love you, and not because you have my baby, because I really love you. I said, bitch, run. Girl, what's her name? What's her damn name? Kayla, girl, you can hear me. Run the fuck away. He is going to waste a good 5 to 8 years of your life on this back and forth bullshit because you seem like you still is into this man. Girl, run. Okay. So she needs to fucking run. Far, far away. Okay, she need to run to goddamn Neverland and just don't come back. Like, just leave for about a good 8 years. Get him out your... Because once you get a no good dude out your system, baby, you become a whole different person and you just evolve and you be looking like, what the fuck was I doing even dealing with the bull? You get smarter. So... we do see her talking to her mom. Oh, my back is my tattoo keep itching. We do see her talking to her mom. And her mom even said, I feel like you are on the verge of forgiving him, because at first it was like you weren't gonna talk to him at all, and now you're like talking to him, y'all hanging out and stuff, and I just feel like y'all gonna get back together and he gonna continue to do what he do. And we see her kind of talking to herself in her little webcam or whatever, saying how she's battling herself because she feels like she know he won't change and that she don't need to be with him. But on the other hand, she wants to be with him and she's just having a hard time with that. And I'm like, oh, little baby girl. But I think the good thing about reality TV and about cameras and stuff like that. We couldn't see ourselves being done back in the day. We had to really live in the moment of being fucking stupid. And for the most part, I don't see how these reality people don't see themselves being stupid and then no longer be stupid. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully she can see this season, see how misguided her love and affection for this man is, and she can move the fuck on before 8 years before he ruin her life and all her, just ruin everything. Gonna ruin the credit. He gonna ruin the car too. He gonna get 4-5 people pregnant besides her. It's gonna be a whole full-fledged mess, and it's gonna be just a whole craziness. You know what I'm saying? Who got time for it? So that's all with her. Brianna and Danae. Let me be clear. Brianna and Danae is too young to be together. They are both immature. They both do not, I think they do not understand the gravity of what is going to be the parents to a damn child. And not only to the parents to a child, a parent to a child with a disability, and parents to a child with a disability whose father figure is trans. Like, that's just a lot. And y'all teenagers, that's a lot to deal with. And it looks like they're all struggling, from Danae to Brianna's mama. And we talk about that a little bit later. So we do see them in the car going wherever, talking about a birthing plan. Like, so the mama like, yeah, my job already know, like, when you go on labor, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. And she says, that's my plan for it. You know, Danae then says, well, yeah, I took off a day for my birthday. What think I do anything? You know, and then when you go on labor, I'm gonna be off then too. And the mama say, like, well, have y'all been saving money? Because if you gonna be off and he gonna be off, like, how y'all gonna afford stuff? Like, where's the money gonna come from? And they both looked at each other like, we didn't even think about that. You know, we didn't think. And so Danae say, no, Brianna first says, well, I'll have about 2 checks. You know, I'm like, 2 checks? I'm pretty sure she don't make that much money. So my thing is, 2 checks is maybe, let's say she bring home $1,000. I don't think she do bring home $1,000. Well, let's say she do. So you have $2,000. You know how quick that's diapers and formula right there. That don't even include anything else that can pop up or happen in the meantime, in between time. You know, Danae then says, well, I feel like if we got everything the baby needs, you know what I'm saying, we'll be good on money. Girl, I'm sorry, man, no, that's not how it goes. That's not how this works. It's not any of this works. But he don't even think about that kind of stuff. And it's just, it shows the immaturity. And then the mom was like, look, I've tried to live like that too. It don't work. You need to have a better plan. And it almost feel like Danae is offended that the mom wants him to have a better financial plan and want him to be more financially stable. And I'm like, what you upset for? It's the truth. Danae say, your mom should understand, you know, for her to try to act like, you know, I'm struggling, but she's struggling too. She may be struggling, but she's struggling in her own house. You can't live under somebody else's roof and then tell them that they're struggling. Because the thing is, but you living with me, bruh. Okay, you not struggling in your own. If I have my own place and I'm able to pay my bills, and if I don't have not one red cent after the fact, I'm not really struggling. I'm paying bills and I'm able to sustain myself until something gets better. So my thing is, if that's what Brianna mom is doing, you can't down talk her for that. I'm looking like, Danae, shut up. And Brianna is just caught in the middle because she like, you know, I can't please my boyfriend, I can't please my mom, you know, they keep bumping heads and I feel like I have to choose between the two. So when they walking and talking, she just emotional because she's like, you know, you just don't get it, it's just so much, I can't please you, I can't please my mom, it's just too much. And then they like, well, do you want me to still move in? I'm looking like, bitch, that ain't even the point right now. What are you talking about, man? Danae is just young and immature and thinks everything will be easy and thinks even if things are hard, it's okay because I love you and the baby's gonna be great. Being a parent is hard. You just don't get it. And it just shows how they don't get it. Or at least I feel like Danae don't get it as much. Brianna don't either, but she's so quiet you know, it is what it is. And the truth of the matter is, if Danae leave, the baby's still Brianna's. And that's just true tea. And, you know, it's just stupid. So we just basically see how, excuse me, Lord Jesus. We do see Danae talking to his friend a little bit. And he just saying how his main fear is that the baby won't love him. Danae, shut up. I'm just gonna go on and move on because I ain't got time for that foolishness. They just too young. They honestly are too young. They're going to break up. I feel like Danae is going to leave her simply because it's going to get too stressful. And he already seemed like the kind of person who, when too much is coming at him, when too much is hitting him in the face, just sounds weird. When too much is hitting him in the face, he will just walk away or run away or just leave because there's too much stress on him. The same way that we see him do anyway. You know what I'm saying? They beefed out. He want to walk down the street. He want to go. He gonna break up with her. Let's just call it what it is. And then I'm like, I don't think that you can get visitations or I don't think they'll let. We're gonna leave it alone. Lexi and Kyler. Lexi is delusional. Lexi is delusional to the 10th power, to the 11th power, to all the high heavens above. Lexi is delusional. She's still hoping that her and Kyler will get back together. Kyler then told this girl, in no uncertainty, in no wrong way, and no, I don't know what he meant by that. He has specifically said, I don't want to be with you. I want to be single. We're better off as friends. He said that to this girl, and she still has this thing in her head that they can be together. Girl, get over that. You know, she's still upset that people are like talking about her being pregnant. You know, she says how someone showed her like a text, either a text message or like some social media stuff where they were saying how she was too young to be pregnant and how she made a mistake getting knocked up. And let me be clear about something. My oldest goddaughter is in her 20s and I'm in my 30s, and her mom got, I think I mentioned this in something else, and probably another one of these. Her mom got pregnant with her when she was like 12, 13 years old. Like, it's just so early. And while we love my oldest goddaughter, and I have 5 godkids, while we love my oldest one, she is a blessing. However, I would be an idiot to say that was too young. You know what I'm saying? My other godkids were all born around 99, 2000. You know what I'm saying? They were when we were teenagers, okay? And was it ideal? No. Was it like, oh my God, yay, so-and-so's pregnant? No. But it didn't mean that the mothers of my godchildren were not the best moms that they could be. They really were. But I'm pretty sure if they could have waited, they would have, because it was hard. So, you know, Lexi needs to understand that when someone says you're too young to be pregnant, that's a fact, because you're 17. That is a young age to be pregnant. Now, I don't think you can say that the baby is a mistake. I don't believe in saying that, but I can understand someone looking at someone 17 saying, wow, I can't believe she made the mistake of getting pregnant. She's pregnant now, but I'm pretty sure the baby wasn't born on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because you're 17. Unless she tried to do it on purpose. We never know. But I think she needs to get over the thing of thinking if someone states an obvious thing of you're too young to be pregnant because you're 17, that's kind of obvious. That's not like a insult. That's kind of like a common sense thing, that 17 is young. I think she needs to get over that fact. And I don't think if someone is saying you're young to be pregnant, I don't think that necessarily means you won't be a good mom. You know what I'm saying? Because we know a lot of teen moms who are great moms, who have been great moms, but we also know a lot of teenage moms are shitty, and they end up the babies just end up in not good situations. You know, the little girl who was like 4 and her mother and the boyfriend like starved and like beat the girl and she died, and the father was trying to get custody. You know, people have kids and all people ain't supposed to be parents. So it's the thing of she had to take that with a grain of salt and just be like, I know what they mean, but I'm going to prove them wrong. But not really be offended that they think you're too young to be pregnant. That's just my personal opinion, because I think you can still be a great mom. So we see her going shopping for prom, well, like for homecoming dresses, and she was acting like the ladies in the store was shaming her and not wanting her to wear their dresses because they would not let her try on certain dresses. They wouldn't let your ass try on dresses you could not fit. You are pregnant. You have a 6-month pregnant belly, and you trying to try on size 0 dresses. That ain't how it go. What they were trying to do was be respectful and not talk about you being pregnant and saying, hey, maybe let's not look at the smaller dresses. Maybe let's go look at the plus size or the bigger size dresses, because those you can fit and we can alter to fit your body. Meaning it ain't about you being pregnant. We're not trying to shun you being pregnant, but you pregnant, you shopping in the, that's like me going to a store shopping in the junior section. Bitch, I can't fit shit juniors at all. Okay, I have to go to the plus size section. And that's a common fact. And it's not like if someone says, hey, ma'am, I see you over in the juniors, look at them clothes. Maybe you want to come over here to where it's like bigger sizes. They not trying to not let me wear the other clothes. Bitch, I can't fit them. You could not fit them other dresses. And her mom even said, well, she's always liked the little slinky, sexy dresses. She's 17. How she likes sexy dresses? That's why her ass pregnant. And, but not really, because you can't get pregnant dressing sexy. But if you have a dress on, no panties, you can easily see out of spiral sometimes. Let me stop. Anywho, she was just making it seem as if they were not treating her fairly, and I feel like they were trying to not make it a big deal and just kind of suggesting, hey, these are the dresses you can fit. It common sense, girl, think about it. So we then see how she's so upset about the dress situation. She does not want to go to homecoming. So her and Kyler, was it Kyler? Yeah, Kyler goes out to eat. Like, I get dressed up or whatever to go out, and I'm just like, girl. They go out to eat, excuse me, and she keeps asking him, so what are we? He like, yeah, someone else asked me that. I told him we were just friends. And she was like, are we? And he was like, yeah, like, what do you want? And she's like, well, I would hope we would get back together. And then he said, you know, we should be friends. I think we're great as just friends, you know, and we can still hang out. And she's like, yeah, but we were like hanging out a lot. He says, yeah, I hang out with all my friends. He's like, hanging out with you was like hanging out with Ralph. He said another name, but you know, whatever. But she said, yeah, but you and your other friends don't have a baby together. Girl, you can't use that baby as a reason for y'all to be together. He's saying to you, I want to be your friend. I want to be around. I want to be able to be cool with you. But you making it seem as if I do that, I'm leading you on, and I'm not. He's completely not leading her on. He is completely telling her, I want to be your friend. I want to be your friend, even though we're having a baby. But I do not want to be in a relationship. And when she said, you know, it's just so confusing. And he was like, how? How the fuck is it confusing? Because how is it confusing? He says it in English. I don't want to be in a relationship with you. I don't want that. I'm like, girl, you was crazy to the max. Jade's story was really easy for me. Jade is a quintessential girl who has a mother who's not there much. She has a boyfriend who all he does is play games and all he does is work. And she's used to this. This is what she's used to. He's always at work. Her mother is always gone and not really helping and stuff. Now she's pregnant, and now she wants them to magically become these better people. You want your mom to magically become this better parent. You want your boyfriend to magically become this person who doesn't play games all goddamn on day. The same person who got you pregnant is the same person he is now. The same mama who you couldn't depend on before, she's the same goddamn on mama. Everyone does not magically change because someone gets pregnant. Some do. Some parents become better. Some boyfriends become better. But that's an exception to the rule of you got pregnant by who you got pregnant by, and you have to live with that. You can't then make your life miserable and their life miserable by complaining about what they doing when it was who you was with before you got pregnant. Okay, that's just the truth. And She was like, well, I'm upset because he want to go hang out with me and my friends. He want to stay at home and play video games. Well, you said that's what he do all the time. So why are you surprised? You know, she was upset because her mom didn't want to come to the doctor's appointment. You said before your mom was not really the person that you could depend on. So while it is very unfortunate that you are going through this pregnancy on your own, even though you have a mother, even though you have a boyfriend, they are the same people they were before you got pregnant. And if he ain't want to go hang out before a baby, girl, please believe he's not gonna want to hang out after a baby. And that's just the true tea. And I feel like she would be less stressed if she realized that. And she has to accept that. Because arguing about it is just going to cause everybody to be pissed off. So we see like she get home because she went to like a doctor. Now she should not be going to doctor appointments by herself. I do completely think that is some bullshit. And again, me saying that her boyfriend, her mom was like that before, I'm not saying that is a reason for them to be shitty to her. I ain't saying that. But what I'm saying, I think it's shitty they didn't go. I do believe that too. But I also feel like you knew who they were from the beginning. It don't make it right, but you was aware who you got pregnant by. If you get pregnant by a crackhead, you can't get pissed off if the person doing crack when they was a crackhead before. If you get pregnant by someone who don't have no money, they don't work, they ain't been working the past 5 years, y'all been together, you can't get upset if you get pregnant by that person and they ass still is a deadbeat. They ain't working. They wasn't working before. You have to acknowledge what your life is before you get pregnant to realize it might not change because you having a baby. And I feel like Jade, that's what's happening to her. She's realizing she's pregnant and she wants her boyfriend to be more involved, and he the same person. She wants her mom to be more involved. Her mom's the same person, and it just pisses her off. So we see she come home and she's like, okay, I'm off, he off. I'm like 2 weeks with my due date, and we both off on the weekend. I want to go do something, and he don't want to do shit. He at home playing video games, and she come in like, so yeah, we both off. He's like, okay, yeah, you know what's up. I thought we can go do something. He's like, do what? I don't know, like go get the dog, go for a walk, go do this, go do that. And he was like, there's nothing to do in Indiana. And she's like, just because you don't want to do shit. And he like, I work 60 hours a week. What I want to do is when I'm done working, I want to come home and do nothing. And a lot of people do stuff like that. A lot of people work so hard during the week, they don't have the energy to go do anything else. Because he said, I don't ever have time to play my games. I don't ever have time to not do anything because I'm always working. And for him to say he worked 40 hours a week, that's a lot. 60 hours a week, that's a lot. Especially if he works 60 hours a week and he off on weekends. He working like 12-hour days. Like 12-hour days. That's a lot. And it's hard to be like, oh, he a piece of shit. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, if he is working that much, I can get if when he home, he tired. And he don't feel like going out to walk the goddamn dog. He don't feel like going, you know what I'm saying, hang out with you and your girlfriends. I can see that. But I do want him to make time because they having a baby. And, it's a hard, thing to even gauge. But from there, them talking, she got pissed. He got pissed. And she like, you don't want to do shit. I can't believe you. It's like I'm by myself. And he like, you always nagging, talking shit. It's stupid. And then she's like, you know what? I'm leaving. So she get her car and she leave. And then he pick up his game and he leave. I'm looking like, well, goddamn it, that was fast. Like, what the hell happened? It went from her saying I want to go do stuff to him saying I don't want to do shit. To her saying you never want to do shit. To him saying you always fucking nagging. Shut up, you stupid. And she's like, you're disrespectful. And it was like, I'm like, it's spiraling. Like, ain't nobody gonna be quiet. Y'all gonna just keep arguing. Okay, well, you know what, son? And then she was gone, he was gone. So, girl, I don't know what's gonna happen next week. We're gonna have to wait and see. But anywho, that was my review of Teen Mom, was it Young and Pregnant, episode 3, season 1. I am Jay Lee. This is Jaylee's Corner. Peace.